well, first of all, how is Nisa? Is she okay? And do you have an update?
Yeah, these things are too soon, right after a game. I mean, she was in the locker room with us. But as is protocol, they'll, tomorrow, or whatever chance we get, we'll continue to evaluate and examine images, all that good stuff.
Without prying, Cheryl, obviously, you're off till Tuesday, which is good for her.
Mm-hmm.
Will she fly back to Minneapolis for imaging?
It's just way too early. We don't at this point in time. I don't know exactly what's happening.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to question you because you know better than I do, but does it make you think I shouldn't have had her in there?
No, I don't think about those things. It's the third quarter of a game, on someone else's floor. I don't think the game is over. I don't think like that. She had a sub, there, and she wasn't going to play in the fourth quarter. Sometimes these things happen, and I get it. People are going to rail on me, and that's part of sitting in the seat that I'm sitting in. But we did what we think was right, and sometimes these things happen, and unfortunate, and hopefully she'll be okay. Okay.
Go to Andrew on Zoom.
Hey, Coach, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Can you just talk about kind of the game plan that you came in with, and largest win in WNBA history, I'm being told, so quite an accomplishment.
I don't know about that necessarily, but obviously the game plan was to be ready for a team that had been spending days preparing for us, and we were trying to anticipate what it was going to look like, what was the coverage is going to be. We were locked in on our execution, and honestly, it was making shots. Obviously, Mac was terrific. Getting her opportunities. I thought we were terrific after a defensive rebound. And, it's been our identity. And so, we really got that done today and some of the things that we've been working on. So, we played great. I don't, that was the game plan, right? Like, try to play great, because that's what it was going to take to beat these guys. We were able in the first half to find that success and really, just found our footing early, and they were pretty confident.
And then the last one for me, Diamond Miller didn't log any minutes tonight, coach's decision. Was that just kind of a preventative thing, injury related, or?
No, it was one of those games that we didn't get a chance to. We don't get to see Ola very often, and playing court and tee together and some Ola minutes. That was unfortunate, but that was our mindset.
Thanks, Coach.
You're welcome.
Go to Nikias on Zoom.
Hi, Coach. I wanted to ask you about the switching in particular. Heading into this game anyway, the Lynx were the most efficient offense against switches, or second best offense against switches, and best defense when switching. Just kind of what goes into being that effective with switching in particular?
We work a lot on pick and roll reads, and then obviously pick and roll defense. It's what our lives kind of revolve around, and so we've evolved in that space offensively. We spent a lot of time, a lot of conversations around how we want to attack those things, and really anything that a team throws at us, we'd like to think that we're able to counter it. But in this case, you're asking about playing versus the switches, getting in and out of screens quickly. I thought we grew during the game in that. We started kind of. The initial switches were kind of slow, and we're trying to back a mismatch down. Well, that's what Vegas wants you to do. They wanted to put the ball in the block so they could go double team you, and we wanted to stay out of that. And so we were really mindful of that early on in the game. Keep the ball hopping. Defensively, we've been good all season long. Overall defense and are helping and scrambling, etc. The switching, I think, is about. Point of the screen, your point of attack, how you approach. We don't want to do anything soft. We want to sort of establish the dictating in that space. And I don't know if that was a big factor today or not, but there are some matchups that we like in the switching. Some of the data that you were talking about. We have a lot available to us now, which is great. Second spectrum and. Sort of identifying those spaces where switching could be beneficial to us.
Gotcha. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Go to Ben on Zoom.
Hi, Ben. Thanks.
How do you reflect in this moment on that balance of the uncertainty with Dee's injury, knowing that this is the second largest win in W history, the largest road win, and all the positives that we saw defensively at your roster?
Yeah. How do I balance it? I'm excited for the way that our team played, the way we showed up today. And I'm also obviously, concerned about, Nisa Collier, right? So how do you balance it? We'll worry until we know more. There's just no way around it. I can be both happy for our team and worry, and we, hoping for the best.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Go to Aya on Zoom.
Hi, Coach. It's good to see you. Congratulations on the win. I have two questions. First one with Kayla McBride. She set a new WNBA record for most three-pointers without a miss going 8 from the field. I'm just curious to know how much these types of performances set the standard for this Lynx team.
Yeah, and that was just in the first half, by the way. To make 8 threes on 100% shooting in a half. That's what the record was, or is. When we were practicing yesterday in Minneapolis, K-Mac was the same. She made everything, and so she's wearing a little something on her thumb because she got hurt in a recent game. She says that's helped her keep some things out of the way, so she feels like she's a better shooter right now. So I'm happy about that. Kudos to the trainer. Didn't know that we were going to have multiple benefits from his work, but Mac was active. Mac was open. Mac cashed in.
And another question. So the Lynx also I know that the Lynx also set the second largest win of victory with 53 points, in which the first one was also the 2017, in which they won by 59 points. Do you see any similarities with the 2017 Lynx team to the 2025 team?
No. I mean, it's just so different. The way the style of play, we're so far from the style of play that group played. I think the common thread is just their chemistry and their joy being around each other and their belief in each other on the court and ability to problem solve and never really get broken. You might beat us, but we never break. I think that's probably common.